Welcome to Share Talk, the only podcast where investors come first.
Hello and welcome to Share Talk. I am Bonnie Hughes. Today we are speaking with Versarien Plc. They utilize proprietary materials technology to create innovative engineering solutions. For example, they recently announced the launch of graphene-enhanced protective face masks. And here to tell us all about the company is Neill Ricketts, Chief Executive Officer. Hello, Neill.
Hi, Bonnie. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. So you just released your preliminary results this week. Can you give us an overview of the results?
Yes. So from the CTO's position, this is a good set of results. We've managed to introduce new products. We've seen some strategic funding in terms of the Lanstead deal, and also £5 million from Innovate UK. And which has strengthened the balance sheet. And we've been doing a good job of controlling our costs and making sure that we're returning shareholder value for the development that we're doing in the graphene field.
And in your results, you discussed a variety of partnerships. Can you provide an update on some of your key partnerships?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the big news in this particular announcement for me is the agreement to work with Coates Group, which is a textile yarn manufacturer. And what we're doing there is we're introducing our technology, which is the graphene technology, into not only the yarn itself, but also in terms of coatings, which then subsequently get used by our textile manufacturing partners, people like MAS in Sri Lanka, to actually make garments, which we're starting to see those products actually coming to fruition now. So good.
And are those products mainly going to be sold in the UK?
We're a pretty global business, so we're working with Chinese companies, we're working with South Korean companies, we're working out in the US, and we're using our channels to try and get some of these products out through those connections and contacts. So very much a small part of our business is actually UK centric. Most of it is international, which means that kind of time management can always be a bit of an issue. We tend to start very early in the morning and end very late in the evening. So that's always a bit of a challenge for me and the team.
But you also have more customers on an international basis rather than being UK focused.
Yeah. So if we take some of our collaborators, say Vivo Barefoot, based in the UK, but with manufacturing out in Malaysia. So we have to deal with project teams all over the world. We do have some UK collaborative partners, but most of it tends to be on a global basis now, even with the UK-based companies.
So your recent announcement of the launch of the graphene-enhanced face masks, what makes these masks different? And also, what are you seeing beyond the current order of 120,000 masks?
So it's a big focus of the business at the moment to get monetization out of graphene. We've gone through our development and announcing collaborations. We've talked about our international footprint last year. This year is all about monetization of that technology, and the face mask is the first of those products. What we're doing is we're using our connections in China that we've kind of got over the last couple of years. We're working with a collaborative partner who's a mask manufacturer, a specialist in that field. We're giving them access to our materials, which are then incorporated into their products. And then those products come back to the UK where, as we've already announced, we've had several orders, the largest one being for a large leading UK university.
And the graphene, it enhances the mask and makes it better than a regular mask?
Yeah, you really need to try these masks to really see the benefit. But from the feedback we've had from our shareholders is that they're very comfortable to wear. The graphene enables better thermodynamics within the mask. It enables heat transfer. It has an antibacterial property, and using other materials, we've been able to add an antiviral element to it as well. Probably one of the best uses for me is the fact that these are reusable. So, as a diver, I hate to see products ending up in the sea, which is unfortunately where some of them end up. And, we're using a lot of masks at the moment. So if we can reduce that substantially by using reusable products, then that could only be great for the environment.
I wish I had one of those masks in the UK right now with this 33-degree heat, because wearing those masks are so hot.
Well, that's one of the real challenges for anybody. This is a tested KN95 mask, which means that in the recent reports that have been put out over the last couple of days, it's the most effective at dealing with these types of situations. And we'll do our best to get you one, Bonnie. We want you to make sure that you're nice and safe. So uh, the proof is really in the pudding, and you need to wear these masks to see how comfortable they are and what a good job they do.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Neil. That'd be great. Is there going to be an opportunity for the sort of retail market to buy these masks?
Absolutely. I mean, it's not our primary job. Our primary job is these big corporate deals, but we always believe that we should treat our shareholders fairly and our friends and supporters. So we did set up a little eBay shop just to ensure that individuals could have access without necessarily having to go through one of our distributors, and that they could get them earlier than the rest of the market. So if you go on eBay and search for a graphene mask, you'll see our mask pop up there. And it's part of our ethos to make sure that our private shareholders are treated exactly the same as everybody else. So they have access through that eBay shop to get the products ahead of some other people.
Excellent. Now let's talk about the award, the 5 million Innovate UK loan that you received. What are your plans for those proceeds?
So these were as you can imagine, there's a significant due process to go through before Innovate UK award, the largest ever loan that they've done. Normally the loans are capped at 1 million. What we have here are 5 individual projects which amount to the £5 million, and that's all about scaling up our capability to be able to satisfy the demands of our collaborators. Our collaborators want confidence that you can do it in a fume cupboard when you first start, and then you build up and you get some technical capability, and then you get a bit more technical capability. Well, we're probably 1,000 times more than when we first started. But these are big customers with big demands, and so we've got to be able to prove to them that we can do this in scale. And so Innovate UK have looked at our business plan. They've looked at the opportunity to be able to fund us, and come up with a conclusion that actually they should do. And so we've passed all of the kind of process now in terms of the security and getting the award. And now we're just in the process of going through the next few stages with the kickoff meeting, as you would expect with a project like this. So it's all about scale. It's all about getting the right plant and equipment and people to be able to demonstrate that this really great technology that we've developed in the UK actually works in the kind of volumes that are required.
That must mean that Innovate UK must have done a lot of due diligence on the company to come up with, giving you 5 million.
Yeah, these are not easy processes. There are independent judges. There are credit committees. There is everything that you would expect in a serious process. So it's testament to my team that we've been able to do this, and a real group effort to get all of the data and information that's required in order for Innovate to make, in this particular case, a successful award of £5 million.
And you're doing some work in China. How is that progressing? And have you needed to adapt your strategy given, the COVID-19?
Yeah, so we started to see some disruption due to COVID-19 at the very beginning of the year in terms of supply chains and some of the activities that were going on in China. And the political rhetoric has changed slightly. There are some restrictions, and so we've adapted our strategy to encompass that. And I'm pleased to be able to say that we're still actively involved in China. This mask order was one of our collaborations that we've got going there. But the thing is, we've kind of moved away from our joint venture opportunity more towards having total control of what's going on, and more importantly, being able to keep control of our IP. So we've adapted our strategy to suit the circumstances that are around us, and we're very lucky that we're able to make those changes very, very quickly and seamlessly, and it only bodes well for our development in the Far East in general.
And what news flow can investors expect over the next coming months?
So, we're very concentrated on the face masks at the moment and launching more products on that vein. But we've talked, already about the monetization of graphene and getting a whole portfolio of collaboration partners. Quick wins from small companies to longer burn projects, say in aerospace. And so it's all about just going through this process of growing up as a business.
Well, it sounds like your company has got some very interesting and creative products that you're about to launch. And we look forward to hearing more about what's going on with the company in the future. So thank you very much for joining us, Neill.
No problem at all. Thanks, Bonnie. It was very nice to talk to you.
Thank you for listening. Remember to visit our website for more news and other podcasts at www.share-talk.com.